Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to share my scrawny little remaining tomatoes that are, all of these were volunteers. Say hi to Misha. Hi Misha. All of these were volunteers, and this is the remnant of a 2-day sub-freezing 25 degree, 27 degree nights about a week ago. And so I had to pull a bunch of vines that were just completely frozen, and they went into the compost. But that's where these tomatoes came from. These tomatoes are volunteers that came from my compost that came up in odd places in my yard. I transplanted them in the summertime, and these are the tomatoes that continue to grow. When all of the other tomatoes are long done, and that's not all of them. It's kind of amazing. I have gathered up inside here that have been sitting inside. Some of them were green and turned red. They had just a little bit of color going, and then you bring them inside. If they've begun to turn, then you bring them inside and they ripen up. Those are also some habanero peppers that I pulled right before the freeze that are now also changing color. And then in here, I've got a whole nother, those are the green ones that are not going to turn because there was no coloration already happening when I picked them, so they'll remain green. But I have this whole pot to go through. Obviously, you know, some of them I'm going to cut out some of the bad parts, but I can make salsa out of that in the end of November. Kind of amazing. Over here I'm making some soup where I put my yellow tomatoes in, and so I pulled the broccoli. This is organic broccoli out of the freezer, and peas out of the freezer. But yes, those volunteer tomatoes I saved sure did pay off. I'm eating fresh, well, more fresh than you get from a grocery store tomatoes at the end of November. Hallelujah.